Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you can play an old Bob Dylan song called I Shall Be Released. And we'll talk about where we're going to move it for key in a moment, but we're going to start on a C major. And the way you play C major, first finger is going to go to the B string on the first fret, second finger is going to go to the D string on the second fret, and third finger on the A string on the third fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a C major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. And then from the C major chord, we're going to be going to a D minor chord. The way you play D minor, first finger is going to go to the high on the first fret, second finger is going to go to the G string on the second fret, and third finger is going to go to the B string on the third fret. And if you strum just the D, G, B, and E, kind of the skinny four strings, that'll get you a clear sound with that, and that's called D minor. And then from D minor, we're going to be going to an E minor chord. And the way you play E minor, first finger is going to go to the A on the second fret, second finger on the D on the second fret, and if you strum all those together, that sounds like E minor chord. It sounds really, really sad. And then from E minor, we're going to be going to an F major chord. And if you know the bar F major, we'll talk about an easy substitute in a minute. But you do your first finger across the entire first fret, second finger is going to go to the G string on the second fret, third finger on the A string on the third fret, and the pinky on the D string on the third fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds like F major, and it sounds really, really happy. But a lot of times if you're just starting out or you just want to avoid the bar chords, you can use a substitute for that called F major 7. The way you play F major 7, first finger is going to go to the B string on the first fret, same place it was for C. And then the second finger is going to go to the G string on the second fret, and third finger is going to go to the D string on the third fret. And if you strum just the D, G, B, and E, kind of the skinny four strings, that sounds like F major 7. It sounds really, really happy. And then from the F, we're going to be going to a G major chord. The way you play G major, first finger is going to go to the A string on the second fret, second finger is going to go to the low E on the third fret, and third finger is going to go to the high E on the third fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. And then from the G major, we're going to be going back to C major. And that's pretty much our progression all the way through this song. It's kind of C major, D minor, E minor, F, G, C. But one thing that I like to do to kind of make a song like this a little bit more interesting is add a strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So if we took the C and just tried that a lot, you'd have down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. We'll talk about another strum pattern in a minute, but just to try that through our progression, the weirdest part is when we get to the E minor, F, and G. And all we really have enough time for is to do a down, down, up on the E minor, and then do a down on F, and then a down on G, at least with this strum pattern. So if we tried that all the way through, we'd have C with down, down, up, down, D minor, down, down, up, down, E minor, down, down, up, F, down, G, down, C, down, down, up, down, up, C, down, up, down, D minor, down, down, up, down, E minor, down, down, up, F, down, G, down, C, down, down, up, down, up. So that would be one way you could kind of play through the tune. Now, one thing that I like to add is bass notes for chords. And what I mean by that is, like, on the very first down that we're doing to the down, down, up, down, up, you could add a bass note to that note, so or to that chord. So for instance, on the C chord, you could do the A for the bass, and then do the down, up, down, up. So on the C, you got an A bass, down, up, down, C with an A bass, down, up, down, C with an A bass, down, up, down. And then on the D chord, you can do the D string for your bass. So D bass, down, up, down, D minor with the D bass, down, up, down. And then when you get to the E minor, you have the low E string for your bass. E minor with the low E bass, down, up, down, E minor with the low E bass, down, up, down. And if we were doing bass notes when we went to F, actually if you're doing the bar, it'd be on the low E string for your bass. F with low E bass, down, up, down, F with low E bass, down, up, down. Or if you're doing the F major 7, then you'd be doing the D string for your bass. D bass, down, up, down, F with the D bass, down, up, down, F with the D bass, down, up, down. And then on the G chord, you'd have the low E string for your bass. So G with low E bass, down, up, down, G with low E bass, down, up, down, G with low E bass, down, up, down, up. The weird thing is in the tune though, when we get to that E minor, F, G, we've only really got enough time to do a bass down up on the E minor, and then still kind of hit the F and G with downs. But if we tried it that way, you'd have C with an A bass, down, up, down, D minor with the D bass, down, up, down, E minor with the low E bass, down, up, F with a down, G with a down, C with an A bass, down, up, down. And for myself, actually, what feels really, really good is to work off of something called a 16th note strum pattern. And right now, if you're tapping your foot to the beat, we're kind of dividing that beat into two parts. 1, 2, 1, 2 with the down, down, up, down, up. What a 16th note is where you divide that into 4 parts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And one of my favorite 16th note strum patterns is a long down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up. And what I mean by that is like you could take the C and do a down for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what you'd be doing on the first beat. On the second beat, you'd be doing a down on 1, down on 3, up on 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. And then on the third beat, you'd be doing an up on 2, down on 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 up, down, 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 1 up, down. And then when we get to the last beat, you'd be going down, up, right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4. So you got down, up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we tried it all the way through. You'd have C long down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up, long down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up, long down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up, long down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up. So the weird part is when we get to that E minor, F, and G change, what I like to do is I'll do the down, 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 up on the E minor, and then on the F I'll do a down, down, up. On the G, I'll do a down, down, up. So on that one spot, you got E minor, down, 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 up for the down, down, G the down, down, up. And then on all the other chords, we'll be doing our whole strum pattern. So just to try that all the way through, you'd have C, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, E minor, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, E minor, down, 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 up for the down, down, G the down, down, C the down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up. I think that could be a really cool way to work it too. And if you wanted to, you could even throw in your bass notes on the first down of the 16th note pattern. And on that E minor and the F and G, if you're really sneaky about it, you can sneak the basses in on that too. So the weird part is on the E minor, you'd have the low E for the bass, down, down, and then go to an F for a bass down up, and then G with a bass down up. So that's kind of the weird part. But if we tried it that way, you'd have the C with the A bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, E minor with the D bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, E minor with the low E bass, down, down, F with the bass, down, G with the low E bass, down, C with an A bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, C with an A bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, E minor with the D bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, E minor with the low E bass, down, down, F with the bass, down, G with the low E bass, down, C with an A bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. So that's another way you could kind of play through the tune. Now the weird thing is, instead of starting on a C major chord, Bob Dylan and the band are actually starting on an E major chord. So what you want to do to play along with the recording is if you take the capo and kind of put it on 4th fret, then now your C major is really an E major, your D minor is really an F sharp minor, your E minor is really a G sharp minor, your F is really an A major, and your G major is really a B major chord. But if we tried it that way through all the different ways we talked about, you could try with just the down, down, up, down, up. So we'd have C, down, up, down, D minor, down, down, up, down, D minor, down, down, up, F, down, G, down, C, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, up, down, D minor, down, down, up, down, E minor, down, down, up, F, down, G, down, C, down, down, up, down, up. Or you could try adding in the basses. So you have the C with an A bass, down, down, D minor with a D bass, down, down, E minor with a low E bass, down, F with the down, G, down, C with an A bass, down, down, C with an A bass, down, down, D minor with a D bass, down, down, E minor with a low E bass, down, F with a down, G with a down, C with an A bass, down, down, C with an A bass, down, down, D minor with a D bass, down, down, D minor with a low E bass, down, F with a down, G with a down, C with an A bass, down, down. Or you could try with your 16th note pattern. You have the C, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, D minor, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, D minor, down, 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 up, the down, down, C the down, down, C the down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, C the down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, D minor, down, 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 basses. So you have the C with an A bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. You run the D bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. You run the B bass, down, down, F the bass, down, G with the B bass, down, C with an A bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, C with an A bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. You run the D bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down. You run the B bass, down, down, F with the bass, down, G with the B bass, down, C with an A bass, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down. But that's the basics of how you can strum through I Shall Be Released by Bob Dylan. So good luck!